We're here at ACLT, one of the most important organizations in the UK when it comes to saving Black lives. From stem cell matches to blood donations, they've been fighting for our community for over 25 years. Today we're going behind the scenes to see just how they do it and what Christmas looks like for them.
Hi, my name's Beverley DeGale.
And I'm Orin Lewis.
And we are the co-founders of the ACLT, the Caribbean Leukaemia Trust. We work with patients and patient families, and this is just part of our work. So if there's anybody watching who has had an experience of a diagnosis in recent times and you feel like you need support, contact ACLT, because next year, 2026, we are launching the I Am project. And basically that means I am not defined by cancer.
Can you describe ACLT for me, please, in 3 words?
We save lives. We always want people from our community to sign up as donors. Okay. We work in the fields of blood donation, which is for blood transfusions. We also encourage people to join the stem cell register, because if you have a diagnosis of a blood cancer like leukemia, and actually now sickle cell patients can be cured by having a stem cell transplant. And all we're asking people to do to join that is to give cheek swabs to see if you can match someone. And that could be someone in this country or it could be someone around the world. For most of us, you join the register and you're never actually found to be a match, but you're in the system and you're giving hope.
What does it look like for families around the Christmas period? People that are either struggling with leukemia or a lack of blood, what does that look like for them?
Well, I guess it just depends where they are in their diagnosis and treatment journey. If you are newly diagnosed, that may not be the case and you may be in hospital. As a child, certainly our experience when our son was diagnosed with leukemia, he spent a few Christmases in, but they make it the most joyful place for children to enjoy Christmas. You want to be at home with your family, and for some it's not possible. And so Christmas in a hematology ward can actually be wonderful. You have Father Christmas, you have all the food, you have all of the fun, your families can come in. It's the worst experience that can happen to any family because the future is so unknown. But one of the things that ACLT will be launching next year will be to take the spotlight off of what a cancer diagnosis can bring, and to allow people to come to events that we help to organise where people can forget what's going on in their lives and just have a few hours of fun.
What makes you continue this line of work? Of course, your son.
Yes. When I wake up every morning and come in here, I get up with a pep in my step because I know that the work that we do makes a difference. But we promised our son towards the end of his life that we would keep the work going. But when we first founded ACLT, myself and Orin made a commitment to each other that this was not just about Daniel, it was about the community. We have over the years worked alongside just under 500 families who have had a diagnosis and needed help. If we stop this work, there's no other charities doing this work. And over the years, we've found hundreds of matching stem cell donors, and we've registered thousands of new blood and organ donors within our communities and outside of our community as well. We don't just say, you're not black, so we can't register you. We register everyone because ultimately these illnesses can affect any one of us at any time.
When people think of bone marrow stem cells, because they're interchangeable terminology, it's actually a pinkish fluid, and the stem cells are in there and it's given to a courier who goes off around the world, and when it gets to the other end, the patient's been waiting for maybe a week or so, isolation room, and the nurse brings it in, hooks it up to their line that goes into their body, and then about 45 minutes later, this small amount of stem cells disappears into their bone marrow system, and hopefully the next month or two, the cells that are in here will work very well with the remaining good cells in their bone marrow, and they start to work together. Because they realize they're like brothers and sisters. Although brothers and sisters sometimes fight and argue, but they realize we're similar. Let's work together and create a cancer-free environment. This is the real thing. This is a cheek swab, and they give a cheek swab from inside their cheeks, which has got your DNA, which doesn't go to the police or any other third party, and gets tested. And then they notify you to say, most probability you're not a donor, because the likelihood of being someone's bone marrow stem cell donor is like winning tonight's lottery.
Damn.
They're the sort of odds you're looking at.
Okay.
But if one of us has done this and it's found to be someone's match for a black person in LA, Lagos, Accra, or wherever in the world, all because they gave a cheek swab that shows that their DNA went back to West Africa with the patient's DNA that goes back to West Africa, and they found you and you ended up donating something that looks like this, That's all it's about. We say Black Lives Matter. Black lives do matter, but let's prove it. It's up to us because only black people can donate to black people when it comes to stem cell donation, especially for sickle cell warriors who need well-matched blood. And the secret is, especially to our young black people watching, a lot of you don't realize it, but you have this superpower amongst you. Nearly 50% of us have an RO subtype, which you don't find with any other race. RO subtype is the one, is the gold standard for sickle cell warriors. As Malcolm X would say, by any means necessary, you need to save life to give the gift of life. Looking forward to Christmas and the New Year. Our goals going into next year is to celebrate our 30th anniversary as a charity and to get many more people like you looking at us to become blood donors, stem cell bone marrow donors, organ donors, to save many more lives.
We also host One Drop Blood events every last Saturday of every month.
It's a celebration, there's music, there's food. It's like a community coming together like we've never seen before. So be part of the solution. We're at the beginning of great things in the community, and myself and Beverley are proud to lead this front of saving lives by any means necessary.
These are the people who show up. This is the Shade Borough Hidden Heroes.